Particularly searching out in Alicante, Duncan started emailing back to Darren saying, like, I would like to interview you about what's going on. Now, Darren never replied because he was out there searching in the heat and they hardly slept. And so because of that, the family are going to be targeted at all times. And it's quite clear when he's making his content that he spoke to Dawn Smith and he takes her side. So I hope my people aren't watching this content because it's so harmful to the family. They've been through enough and they're going through enough to get hold of them and question them and say, like, where do Laz go? Where do you think he may be, etc. But the rest had gone. And Madison tried to come online and tell everyone, the PSNI have told me to stay in hiding just till they find his body, then I can come back out and live my best life and get back to my dogs. And she tried to say, look, the reason I don't want to go and talk to the family right now is because I've been advised, like, this is what's best for me. I'm basically in police hiding. It was never true. She knew that the John George family wanted answers, and she knew that she had helped to hide John's body, so she knew that he was dead. And when you know that they're looking for someone who, when they find him, he's going to be dead, they're going to want answers, and there will be arrests made. People who have nothing to hide don't hide anything. They don't run. If you ask me where my friend was I saw last week, I'm going to be like, well, I last saw her here. If I've done something to her, I'm going to hide and not answer your fucking questions. They made themselves look very guilty from day one. Back then, there wasn't as much information out and about, like, between, like, the family and other people coming forward to know exactly what had kind of happened. You know, there's still questions that still haven't been answered. But it was quite clear that Madison and Johnny were very in the middle of it completely. And we saw by Madison's earlier post when she came on Facebook and said, no, it was Scousers, it was this, it was that. She's definitely involved in so much, Frenchie. Like, it takes several people to do certain things like that, and she's definitely been in the forefront of it all the time. There's lots of parts of this case where people are going to be surprised who was involved in what. Like, it's just gross. We told loads of information, but it couldn't be put online. I would just say to you, like, the family know what's going on, but they're just being given nothing. Not that we know of, Jessica, like, not that we know. So the cars, from what we understand from, like, people coming forward and just saying little bits, the cars were moved into a kind of storage facility, we believe, somewhere. And it's at that point where if they're not going to look, I'll start putting up posts saying we need to find this car and we believe it's in a storage facility somewhere around the Alicante area, or doing research on Google to think what kind of places would have resources like that to hide a car. Definitely in Spain or not. Now, some people are saying she is definitely in Spain. I did talk about that yesterday, Dan, that she's put 30k on your head. You've not had a Discord. Okay, so just message me on here then, Nikki. There is several different people in this case have told me and kind of know from the streets of Belfast and stuff like that. Obviously, no one's going to give me a receipt saying here's a poster and this is what she's said. That's not how you would do it, is it? It's not, you wouldn't go on your Facebook and go, if you do this, I'll give you this. Is Dan hiding? No, not from what I understand. He's working, he's out and about. There is proof. If there's proof, send it to me.